Entire villages turned to stone, a testament to the awe-inspiring and fearsome power of these mythical beings. As the centuries unfolded, the Thunderbird transcended the realm of myth, etching its presence on totem poles, pottery, petroglyphs, masks, jewelry, and carvings. The iconic symbol found resonance in songs and oral histories, becoming an integral part of the cultural identity of indigenous peoples. The Thunderbird, a creature of both awe and reverence, has not remained confined to the pages of ancient tales. Its symbolic significance extends into the present, appearing in modern contexts, reminiscent of a time when the thunderous beat of its wings and the crackling lightning from its eyes echoed through the landscapes of Native American homelands. The artistic expressions of Native Americans transformed these cryptic creatures into cultural icons, immortalizing their presence in the collective imagination. However, the modern era brought Thunderbirds into the realm of reported reality and cryptozoology. Encounters with these colossal birds expanded beyond mere sightings, venturing into the mysterious realm of Thunderbird abductions. Reports surfaced of Thunderbirds snatching small animals, and in some instances, even children. 1838 in Valais, Switzerland, the golden eagle, Aquila crusados, shattered the serenity, seizing 5-year-old Marie Delex. The haunting image of the massive raptor, talons gripping the innocent child, became an indelible stain on the pages of history, setting the ominous tone for the Thunderbird tales that followed. In the fall of 1868 in Tippah County, Mississippi, the air turned ominous as 8-year-old Jemmy Kenny faced an unseen terror while playing marbles. The colossal eagle, a creature of nightmares, clutched the child in its talons. Only the desperate pleas of horrified adults spared Jemmy, but the deep wounds proved fatal, leaving the community in dread and mourning. January 1895. In Baraboo, West Virginia, painted a chilling tableau of 10-year-old Landy Junkins, vanishing without a trace. Locals whispered of a monstrous eagle nesting on Snaggletooth Knob, a creature with an insatiable appetite for the innocent. The woods became a realm of shadows, harboring secrets that sent shivers down the spines of those who dared to venture. The mid-20th century witnessed a resurgence in Thunderbird sightings, with the 1940s hosting a series of reports that stirred both curiosity and concern. In the chilling annals of Thunderbird encounters, a particularly harrowing incident comes to light. The year is 1944, within the confines of a California internment camp, where Nisei, Americans of Japanese origin, found themselves ensnared during the tumult of World War II. Over several disquieting months, the camp witnessed the mysterious disappearance of more than half a dozen internees, leaving behind an atmosphere of unease and trepidation. Amidst the barbed wire boundaries of the internment camp, whispers of a malevolent force began to circulate. A giant bird that cast a shadow over those who dared to venture beyond the safety of the camp. Initially met with skepticism, these eerie tales gained credibility as the soldiers grappled with the unsettling reality that seemed to envelop the camp in an air of foreboding. The turning point arrived with 2 Indians, their faces etched with terror as they rushed into the camp with a chilling account. They spoke of witnessing a Thunderbird, a colossal avian entity, snatching a man in its talons the previous night. The revelation plunged the camp into an even deeper sense of dread, prompting heightened security measures to confront the spectral terror lurking in the nearby mountainous terrain. This eerie Thunderbird incident, originally published by Jack Pearl in Saga magazine, serves as a stark reminder that the legends of these winged monstrosities extend beyond mere folklore. In Overland, Illinois, in April 1948, witnesses initially mistook a large set of flapping wings for a passing plane, only to realize they were witnessing something altogether different. In Alton, Illinois, a man and his son encountered an enormous bird creature, with a body shaped like a naval torpedo, flying at least 500 feet in the air and casting a shadow comparable to a small passenger airplane. Similar sightings in St. Louis, Missouri prompted residents to write concerned letters to Mayor Alois P. Kaufman urging the city to address the reported avian anomalies. A proposed trap to capture one of these enormous birds was abandoned when blue heron tracks were discovered, leading skeptics to dismiss the mystery as solved. However, Thunderbird sightings continued to echo across the landscape, leaving a trail of reports that challenged conventional explanations. In Hillsboro, Oregon, 1954 brought forth birds with glossy white wings, circling at unnaturally high altitudes. The skies became a theater of the grotesque, where avian entities defied the laws of nature. The late 20th century witnessed a spike in Thunderbird sightings, occasional reports accompanied by large footprints or other evidence. One of the most notorious incidents unfolded on July 25, 1977, in Lawndale, Illinois, where 10-year-old Marlon Lowe found himself under attack by two giant birds with wingspans of 9 or 10 feet. Described as pecking at the boy's head and shoulders, these birds lifted him an astonishing 35 feet off the ground before eventually relenting and disappearing. Witnesses described the birds in question as resembling an Andean condor. 1995, Puerto Rico. The tropical air carried whispers of doom as Ronaldo Ortega witnessed a giant black eagle-like bird perched on his roof. Its piercing eyes bore into his soul, and the ominous presence sent shivers down the spines of all who dared to gaze upon it. In 2002, a sighting in Alaska added a new chapter to the Thunderbird saga. Descriptions of a large, bird-like creature with a wingspan of around 14 feet, reminiscent of something out of Jurassic Park, piqued the interest of cryptozoologists and skeptics alike. While scientists suggested the possibility of a stellar sea eagle, others held on to the Thunderbird hypothesis. This harrowing incident, seized upon by cryptozoologists, added a layer of complexity to the Thunderbird legend. Yet, while debates raged on about the authenticity of such encounters, U.S. states found themselves vying for the honor of claiming Thunderbirds as their own cryptid. North Dakota, with its rich Native American art, stood poised to embrace the Thunderbird as part of its cultural identity. Ancient petroglyphs at Writing Rock State Historic Site, coupled with a modern art installation in Bismarck's Keelboat Park, painted a vivid portrait of the Thunderbird's enduring presence in the state. As recently as 2007, Thunderbird sightings resurfaced in the area around San Antonio, Texas, injecting fresh energy into the ongoing discourse surrounding these mythical creatures. Cryptozoologists and skeptics engaged in a tug-of-war, with theories ranging from misidentified birds to the existence of undiscovered large avian species. The identity of the Thunderbird itself became a subject of speculation. San Antonio-based researcher Ken Gerhard proposed a connection to the Pterosaur, a family of predatory fossil vultures. The debate extended to the Thunderbird's association with storms, with John A. Keel mapping sightings correlating chronologically and geographically with storms moving across the United States. Ornithologist Angelo P. Caparella, grounded in the principles of biology, voiced skepticism. He argued that the existence of undiscovered large birds in North America was highly improbable, citing insufficient food sources in many reported areas. The absence of sightings by competent birdwatchers further fueled doubts about the existence of such creatures. While Thunderbirds exist in the realms of myth, they also find expression in the tapestry of etymology, derived from the thunderous flapping of their wings or their northern migration. To the Pacific Northwest during the spring or rainy season, the Thunderbird's name echoes through various cultures, with variant names such as Animikii, Ba, Big Bird, Kulu, Huhuk, Kunakadeth, and more. The Thunderbird's physical description, adorned with a white ruff, bald head, and wingspan ranging from 9 to 70 feet, adds layers of complexity to its mythic persona. Behaviors attributed to thunderbirds include causing thunder by flapping their wings and feeding on live mammals and carrion. While generally benevolent toward humans, tales suggest instances of carrying them off in their talons to nests perched high on cliffs. The thunderbird's distribution spans throughout North America, with specific legends tied to locations like Mount Edgecombe, Alaska, Tombstone, Arizona, Alpena, Michigan, Whiteside Mountain, North Carolina, Thunder Mountain, Wisconsin, and southern Alberta, Canada. In the intriguing world of thunderbirds, a surprising revelation unfolds. Some eyewitness accounts, departing from conventional descriptions of colossal birds or eagles, instead evoke the presence of pterosaurs. The extinction of the pterosaurs marks a poignant chapter in the ever-changing narrative of life on Earth, leaving behind an imprint that continues to captivate the curiosity of scientists and enthusiasts alike. The pterosaur, a captivating group of flying reptiles, graced the skies during a substantial stretch of Earth's history, dominating the Mesozoic era. These remarkable creatures emerged in the late Triassic and soared through the skies until the end of the Cretaceous, spanning approximately 228 to 66 million years ago. Pterosaurs, with their wings formed by a membrane of skin, muscle, and other tissues, were the earliest vertebrates known to have evolved powered flight. Their anatomy varied across different types, from the smaller pterosaurs, with fully toothed jaws and typically long tails, to the more evolved pterodactyloids, characterized by narrower wings, reduced tails, and long necks with large heads. Dietary habits among pterosaurs were diverse. Traditionally seen as fish eaters, many pterosaur groups are now thought to have been terrestrial carnivores, omnivores, or insectivores. Some were adept at catching fish in flight or diving into fresh water, while others specialized in hunting land animals or insects. The pterosaurian menu ranged from small vertebrates to mollusks, and even larger prey, including medium-sized dinosaurs. Unfortunately, the reign of the pterosaurs came to an end with the mass extinction event that marked the close of the Cretaceous period, around 66 million years ago. This cataclysmic event, possibly triggered by an asteroid impact, altered the Earth's climate and led to widespread environmental upheavals. The once dominant pterosaurs, alongside many other species, succumbed to this wave of extinction. The enigma of the pterosaurs lives on through the fossilized remnants that offer glimpses into their once vibrant existence. Their story speaks of a time when the skies were ruled by winged marvels, each with its unique adaptations, and a place in the ancient ecosystem. In France, in 1856, a limestone tomb harbored a creature with thick black leathery skin, a beak of sharp teeth, and wings spanning over 10 feet. In 1890, the Arizona desert witnessed an extraordinary encounter that defied all known explanations. The Tombstone pterodactyl, or as it became popularly known, the Tombstone Thunderbird. Two cowboys in Arizona claimed to have killed a giant bird-like creature with an enormous wingspan, its smooth skin, featherless wings, and alligator-like face, lending an air of prehistoric mystique. The creature seemed exhausted, resting on the ground as the ranchers approached. In a wild pursuit, the ranchers, armed with Winchester rifles, engaged in a chase with the creature. They claimed to have successfully downed the enormous being, providing measurements that bordered on the unbelievable. A 92-foot body and a wingspan equivalent to a modern Boeing 767. The alleged dragging of the carcass to town and its display on a barn, as reported by the Tombstone epitaph, added a layer of historical intrigue to the Thunderbird legend. However, skepticism abounds regarding the veracity of such accounts. The elusive Thunderbird photograph, purportedly depicting cowboys holding the mythical creature against a barn, has never surfaced. Speculation surrounds its existence, with claims and counterclaims contributing to the enigma. Even well-known cryptozoologist Ivan T. Sanderson, who asserted possession of the photo, saw it vanish without a trace in the 1960s. In the warm sun of Guantanamo Bay, Cuba, a 6-year-old named Patty Carson embarked on a journey that would linger in the recesses of her mind for 46 years. It was 1965 when Patty, walking home with her younger brother, stumbled upon a spectacle that defied belief. Rising from the tall grass was a creature with immense wings and a beak adorned with tiny teeth. Frozen in awe, Patty watched as the creature, devoid of feathers but with a long tail ending in a diamond shape, leaped into the air and disappeared. Excitedly, she rushed home to share her encounter with her family, only to be met with skepticism. No one believed her, dismissing the flying dinosaur as a mere pelican or frigate bird. Patty's revelation became a dormant memory, waiting to resurface decades later. In 1971, Marine Eskin Kuhn, stationed at Guantanamo Bay, had his own encounter with these enigmatic creatures. 2 large pterosaurs soared past him, compelling him to sketch their features meticulously. Unbeknownst to Patty, their paths would intersect through the pages of time. Fast forward to 2011, Patty, now an adult, stumbled upon a TV show about mysterious flying creatures. Initially dismissing it as silly, she couldn't shake the familiarity. A quick online search led her to the sketches of Eskin Kuhn and the revelation that others had witnessed similar beings. It was a moment of vindication for Patty, a rekindling of a childhood memory she thought was lost to skepticism. Fast forward to the 1980s, and the rediscovery of the ivory-billed woodpecker reignited the hopes of scientists longing to witness the resurrection of a species. Yet, in this narrative of triumph, skeptics emerged, proposing an alternative explanation for Patty Carson's childhood encounter. Dr. Lester L. Short, chairman of ornithology at the American Museum of Natural History, acknowledges the skepticism surrounding Patty Carson's sighting. They're essentially the same bird as far as I'm concerned, he says, hinting at a connection between the mysterious creature from the past and the newly rediscovered ivory-billed woodpecker. The skeptics, both scientists and researchers, propose a compelling theory that the creature Patty Carson encountered, once believed to be a prehistoric pterosaur, could in fact be the Cuban ivory-billed woodpecker. This revelation casts a new light on the sightings from decades ago, challenging the conventional narrative of extinct dinosaurs in the skies. As the debate lingers, the Cuban government takes unprecedented measures to protect the newly rediscovered ivory-billed woodpecker. Banning logging in the vicinity of the sightings becomes a sacrifice for conservation, as scientists grapple with the idea that the creature witnessed by Patty Carson may have been a surviving remnant of a species long thought lost. In Harlingen, Texas, in January 1976, the mundane world of teenagers Jackie Davis and Tracy Lawson collided with the extraordinary when they encountered a bird-like creature with a gorilla-like face. The subsequent investigation revealed tracks with 3 toes, each 8 inches across, a surreal footprint of a creature seemingly lifted from the annals of mythology. Moving chronologically through the decades, the narrative unearths a patchwork of sightings. In San Antonio, Texas, February 1976, 3 elementary school teachers became unwitting witnesses to a pterosaur's low glide over their cars, its wingspan stretching between 15 and 20 feet. Each account, a testament to the resilience of a legend that refuses to be buried by time. Yet the quest extends beyond the borders of the United States. reaching into the heart of Africa. Deep within the lush and untamed landscapes of East Central Africa, a malevolent force haunts the rivers, the Kongamato, aptly named the overwhelmer of boats. This cryptid's notoriety stems from the chilling narratives deeply embedded in the folklore of the Kongamato people. Explorer Frank Melland, in his 1932 book, In Witch-Bound Africa, chronicles the Kongamato's reign of terror, describing it as a large, reddish creature with leathery wings and a beak filled with teeth. Melland's accounts shed light on the creature's haunting presence in the collective memory of those who called the riverbanks home. As Melland ventured into the heart of Zambia, he documented eyewitness testimonies from the Kongamato, vividly describing how the Kongamato terrorized the region. The very name, overwhelmer of boats, illustrates the creature's propensity for capsizing canoes, transforming once tranquil waters into realms of fear. The Kongamato, with its tooth-filled beak, became a living nightmare, ready to crush the spirits of those who ventured too close. The Kawande's unwavering identification of Pterosaur illustrations as the Kongamato added a haunting layer to the narrative. This cryptid transcended folklore, becoming a tangible threat in the collective consciousness of the natives. Descriptions of membranous wings and teeth-filled beaks emphasized the trauma inflicted by this winged terror, further solidifying its ominous presence along the riverbanks. In the 1920s, headman Kanyinga from the Jiwundu swamp near the Zairian border instantaneously identified a pterodactyl illustration as the Kongamato. Maurice Burton, a science journalist, noted in 1958 that there were reports of a pterodactyl-like creature in Central Africa, with speculation that the Bangweulu swamps might be one of its habitats. Its reputed haunts, particularly the Jiwundu swamp, transformed into landscapes of dread. The psychological toll on the natives, living in constant fear, became a central theme as the Kongamato's awful presence loomed large. Reports of the Kongamato's alleged penchant for digging up graves and stealing human corpses added a macabre layer to its reign of horror. Engineer J.P.F. Brown, in 1956 near Lake Bangweulu, witnessed two creatures with Pterosaur-like features. A man in 1957 reported being attacked by a bird-like creature in the Bangweulu swamps, sketching a creature resembling a pterosaur. Despite efforts, no definitive evidence for the existence of the Kongamato was obtained during a 2010 exploration into the Bangweulu swamp. From capsizing boats to desecrating graves, the Kongamato's reign of terror etches its name into the very soul of East Central Africa. In the heart of Fresno, where the scorching sun painted the sky with hues of orange and red, the summer of 2007 brought with it a tale that blurred the lines between the prehistoric past and the present. Cryptozoologist Scott Norman, known for his rational skepticism, found himself on the brink of disbelief as he embarked on a journey that would challenge not only his convictions, but also the boundaries of reality. It all began when rumors of a mysterious, winged reptile started circulating in the local community. Pterosaurs, ancient creatures that once soared through the skies alongside dinosaurs, were believed to have gone extinct over 130 million years ago. Yet the whispers persisted, echoing through the ages and culminating in a summer night that would forever alter the narrative of Fresno. Scott Norman, surrounded by a team of fellow researchers, ventured into the heart of Fresno County, driven by a desire to unravel the mysteries that shrouded the region. Their skepticism, however, could not shield them from the unexpected encounter that awaited them. When Norman and his team found themselves beneath the vast expanse of the night sky, suddenly a shadow emerged, breaking the silence with the haunting beat of massive wings. The atmosphere crackled with anticipation as the creature soared overhead, casting an eerie silhouette against the moonlit canvas. Norman, the self-proclaimed skeptic, couldn't deny the astonishing sight before him. A creature, with wings that defied explanation, glided effortlessly into a local rancher's field. Featherless and bat-like, The wings stretched an impressive 8 to 10 feet, invoking a primal awe that transcended the boundaries of reason. As the encounter unfolded, Norman grappled with conflicting emotions. Despite his skepticism, a seed of belief took root within him. Could this truly be a living relic from the distant past, defying the confines of extinction? The sighting, lasting a mere 10 to 15 seconds, left the researchers in a state of bewildered astonishment. Yet, this was not the first time such a creature had been whispered about in the Fresno County area. An article from the Los Angeles Herald dating back to 1891 resurfaced, recounting the tale of pterodactyls sport gunning for dragons near Fresno. According to the aged pages of the Herald, 2 strange dragons with wings had been witnessed by residents near Selma. The similarities between the historical account and Norman's contemporary sighting sent shivers down the spines of those who dared to entertain the notion that time had woven a thread connecting past and present. As Norman continued his quest for truth, the narrative of the winged creature took on a life of its own. The once silent fields of the Fresno County area became a stage for the convergence of past and present. In the late summer of 2008, Sandra Paradise, a resident of Winder, Georgia, embarked on her daily commute to Athens. Little did she know that this routine journey would become the backdrop for 2 perplexing encounters with a creature defying explanation. Sandra, initially anonymous, later revealed her identity in 2012, allowing her chilling experiences to be shared. On August 27th, as Sandra drove through a wooded section, an unidentified flying creature leapt from the right, crossing her path. Sandra described its long tail, partially spread wings, and a distinctive head with a curved shape and crest. The creature's dark, thin, horizontal bands across the belly added to the enigma. A few weeks later, on September 10th, Sandra overslept, but encountered the creature again. This time, the creature was further away, but its size and features remained conspicuous. Sandra's sketches, though not precise depictions of the tail bending she witnessed, offered a visual representation of her encounters. In 2017, Cynthia Lee, studying to become a veterinary technician, added a new chapter to the Thunderbird Chronicles. Her account, reported in Raleigh, North Carolina, described an apparent pterosaur with no feathers, a long tail, a diamond-shaped bulb at the tail's end, and a distinctive head crest. This recent sighting, coupled with reports from Charlotte, Asheville, and Jacksonville, challenges conventional wisdom about extinct pterosaurs, and that adds a layer of intrigue to the ongoing Thunderbird saga. Cryptozoologist Jonathan Whitcomb, known for his research on non-extinct pterosaurs, highlighted Lee's account as a significant addition to the contemporary sightings. However, skepticism persists, with Professor Matt Cartmill of Duke University expressing doubt about the likelihood of living pterosaurs in North America. He questioned why, if such creatures existed, centuries of naturalists and explorers had not encountered a single specimen, living or dead. In the midst of debates and skepticism, Thunderbirds soar through the collective consciousness, inviting us to look beyond the mundane and consider the mysteries that linger in the skies. As we embark on a journey through the corridors of time, a fascinating continuity emerges, an enduring relationship between humanity and colossal predatory birds. From the pages of known history to the echoes of ancient encounters, stories abound of massive avian predators that have left an indelible mark on cultures worldwide. Whether navigating the shadows of historical records or looming in the recesses of human memory, the presence of these formidable winged creatures transcends eras. In the vast expanse of ancient South America, a formidable group of creatures emerged, casting a long shadow across the open plains. The forest racids, better known as terror birds, towering apex predators. These avian giants stood as unrivaled champions of the Cenozoic era, their reign extending from 1 to 3 meters in height. Marvel at the incredible migration of Titanus walleri, a colossal species that ventured northward during the Great American Interchange. Amid the evolving landscapes and the formation of the Isthmus of Panama land bridge, this solitary predator navigated new territories. As we explore the remnants of terror bird existence, reports from Uruguay suggest the persistence of a smaller species, Silopterus, challenging conventional notions of their extinction timeline. Fossil findings hint at a resilience that defies the ages, echoing the terror bird's dominance until remarkably recent times. The terror bird's narrative extends beyond the South American plains, with clues in Algeria and Europe unveiling Lavocatavis and Eleuthornis. These discoveries suggest a broader geographical reach during the Paleogene, painting a picture of avian giants traversing ancient landscapes far beyond their original domains. The skeletal structure reveals a deceptive range, allowing these predators to strike with terrifying speed and power, instilling fear in the hearts of their prey. Improved dating techniques reveal that the last of the terror birds vanished over 1 million years before the arrival of humans. Yet, tantalizing fossil finds from the late Pleistocene challenge this timeline, suggesting the persistence of smaller terror bird species until remarkably recent times. The terror birds remain an emblem of a prehistoric world filled with awe and terror. Their story, etched in fossils and footprints, invites us to unravel the mysteries of their existence and contemplate the intricate dance of life and extinction on Earth. In the dimly lit halls of the Canterbury Museum, the remnants of Haast's eagle cast a chilling silhouette, a reminder of a bygone era when the South Island skies were ruled by a colossal and terrifying predator. Haast's eagle, Hieraetus morae, emerges from the pages of history not only as an awe-inspiring giant, but as a creature that struck terror into the hearts of its prey. Scientifically described by Julius von Haast in 1872, the eagle's initial classification as Harpagornis morae concealed the terror that lurked in its colossal form. The genus name, a fusion of grappling hook and bird, alludes to the predatory prowess that lay within. DNA revelations later connected it to smaller eagles, emphasizing the terror of a creature that evolved rapidly into a colossal, winged menace. The evolutionary journey of Haast's eagle from smaller ancestors to a swift increase in size becomes an eerily swift transformation. Its estimated divergence from smaller eagles merely 1.8 to 0.7 million years ago reveals a chilling narrative of an apex predator exploiting its environment. The absence of competition and the abundance of large prey, namely the flightless moa, fueled an evolution that turned Haast's eagle into an unparalleled terror of the skies. Physical dimensions only intensify the sense of dread. Females, reaching weights of 15 kilograms, surpassed any living eagle, and their talons, comparable to those of the harpy eagle, were instruments of death. The relatively short wingspan, rather than indicating flightlessness, suggested a creature adapted to stalking through the dense vegetation, an apex terror of the woodland. Death by blood loss, inflicted by the eagle's massive beak, ripping into the internal organs of its prey, completes the portrait of a creature that evokes terror and fascination in equal measure. Yet, as terrorizing as Haast's eagle was, its reign of terror met an unexpected end with the arrival of humans in New Zealand. The haunting narrative takes a tragic turn as early Maori settlers, in their pursuit of resources, unwittingly initiated the demise of this formidable predator. The coexistence of humans and eagles, both competing for the same resources, a once terrifying force brought low by the inexorable march of time. The pristine wilderness of New Zealand, untouched by mammalian predators, had become a haven for unique avian species. The flightless moa, weighing up to 230 kilograms, roamed freely, oblivious to the impending doom that would befall them. Haast's eagle, perfectly adapted to this ecosystem, was the undisputed apex predator, its reign marked by relentless hunting and unparalleled dominance. As the first human settlers arrived around the year 1280, the delicate balance of the ecosystem was disrupted. Armed with newfound tools and hunting techniques, the Maori people embarked on a relentless pursuit of the flightless moa. Unlike the eagles, humans were not solely dependent on medium to large-size flightless birds for sustenance. The moa, functionally similar to deer or cattle in other ecosystems, became a prime target for a burgeoning human population with evolving dietary needs. One study estimated the total population of Haast's eagle at 3,000 to 4,500 breeding pairs. The colossal birds, once masters of the skies, were ill-equipped to cope with the sudden onslaught from a relentless human presence. The eagles and the Maori people, unwittingly, became competitors for the same resources, setting the stage for a tragic conflict that would lead to the extinction of both the moa and their terrifying predator. The once undisputed rulers of the South Island skies succumbed to the relentless forces of human colonization. The skies that once bore witness to the silent majesty and terror of Haast's eagle fell silent. The haunting legends among the Maori, describing creatures like Puakai, Hokioi, or Hakawai, take on new significance in the context of this ecological upheaval. Some believe that these legends depict Haast's eagle, the massive black and white birds with red crests and yellow-green tinged wingtips. These legends, echoing the grandeur of this now extinct predator, paint a picture of creatures capable of killing humans, a possibility grounded in the terrifying size and strength of the eagle. The lore of giant birds extends far beyond North America. Diverse cultures share tales of colossal avian beings, akin to the Thunderbird. Whether described as majestic sky rulers or legendary guardians, these global narratives seamlessly connect distant lands, weaving a universal fascination with the extraordinary in the realm of mythical creatures. The roc emerges as an enchanting creature, a colossal bird of prey, captivating the imaginations of cultures spanning from Arabia to the far reaches of the East. As the roc spreads its wings through the annals of folklore, it becomes an iconic figure, rivaling the fame of mythical counterparts like the phoenix, Garuda, Simurgh, and Thunderbird. The word roc finds its linguistic roots in the Arabic term ruk. The roc's prominence in Middle Eastern mythology is evident in its appearances in Arab geographies, natural histories, fairy tales, and sailors' folklore. The rock's origins, as elucidated by art historian Rudolf Wittkower, trace back to the epic tale of the Indian solar bird, Garuda, engaged in a fierce battle with the chthonic serpent, Naga. This mytheme, with Garuda carrying away an elephant battling a crocodile, echoes in Sanskrit epics such as the Mahabharata and the Ramayana, laying the foundation for the roc's mythical existence. As tales of the roc traversed through time and space, Western accounts began to intertwine with the Eastern narrative. Rabbi Benjamin of Tudela recounted a story reminiscent of the roc, where shipwrecked sailors escaped a desert island by disguising themselves in ox hides, allowing griffins to carry them off, as if they were cattle. In the 13th century, Marco Polo vividly described the roc's immense size and strength. Polo's account placed the roc's flight path to Madagascar. Illustrators like Stradanus and Theodore de Bry visualized the roc's might, depicting it carrying off elephants in its talons and wreaking havoc on ships in retaliation for the destruction of its colossal egg, as narrated in Sinbad, the Sailor's Fifth Voyage. The roc's presence in Arabian Nights during Sinbad's second voyage further fueled the imagination, with Polo's descriptions leading some to identify the tropical island as Madagascar. Antonio Pigafetta, one of Magellan's companions, echoed Polo's account, situating the rock's habitat in the seas of China. These vivid descriptions found their way into the bestiaries of fantasy role-playing games, like Dungeons and Dragons in the modern era. Some proposed that the myth may have originated from the awe-inspiring strength of eagles. The discovery of the Malagasy crowned eagle, a giant subfossil eagle from Madagascar, added a layer of plausibility to the idea of a powerful bird predator. Another rationalization suggested the rock's roots in the Apiornis elephant bird, an extinct Malagasy species known for its colossal size and flightlessness. Fossils and giant eggs found in Madagascar fueled European belief that the Apiornis was the rock. However, skeptics noted that the real bird did not resemble Polo's description of an eagle-like creature. A different theory proposed that the rock myth may have arisen from encounters with the African ostrich, whose flightlessness and unusual appearance led to mistaken identities. Travelers from different regions might have perceived the ostrich as the chick of a much larger, undiscovered species. Through the lens of religious tradition, the rock found a place in the Ethiopian holy book, Kebra Nagast, identified as the agent delivering a blessed piece of wood to Solomon. This wood played a transformative role, changing the Queen of Sheba's foot from that of a goat to that of a human, eventually becoming a part of Jesus' cross. The rock gracefully glides through the pages of mythology. It leaves an indelible mark on the cultural consciousness of diverse civilizations. Whether soaring over Arabian deserts or gracing the skies of Madagascar, the rock's myth transcends borders, embodying the timeless allure of fantastical creatures that captivate the human spirit. Another intriguing bird from Russian folklore is the siren, a companion to the alkonost. Sharing a similar humanoid bird hybrid appearance, the siren has an owl-like body and is often depicted wearing a crown or halo. In Russian legends, the alkonost guards good fortune during the day, while the siren takes over during the night. The siren's song, unlike the alkonost's enchanting melodies, carries danger for ordinary mortals. Those who hear the siren's song are said to forget their earthly lives and follow the creature wherever it goes. Over time, these two mythical beings evolved into alter egos, with the alkonost representing the positive and the siren embodying a darker persona. Akin to the sirens in Greek mythology, Roman mythology introduces us to the Caladrius, a bird with snow-white plumage residing in the house of the king. According to legend, the Caladrius possesses the unique ability to absorb disease from a sick person. After absorbing the ailment, the bird flies away, dispelling the illness in the process. Another aspect of its legend involves the Caladrius predicting the future of a sick person by looking into their face. If the bird maintains eye contact, the patient is destined to live. If it looks away, the patient will meet their demise. The phoenix, a legendary bird with roots in Egyptian mythology, has become a symbol of hope, regeneration, and the continuity of life. According to the myth, the phoenix lives in 500-year cycles, culminating in its self-immolation. Building a nest and igniting itself, the phoenix rises anew from its ashes, symbolizing rebirth and renewal. Adopted by Greek and Roman mythology, the phoenix symbolism has permeated various cultures, resonating as a powerful metaphor for resilience and transformation. In ancient Greek mythology, the griffin emerges as a majestic creature with the body, tail, and back legs of a lion, combined with the wings and head of an eagle. Sometimes in Greek mythology, the griffin is depicted with the body of a lion and an eagle's wings. The griffin symbolizes power and majesty, with the lion representing the king of beasts And the eagle, the king of birds. Often associated with guarding divine entities in medieval heraldry, the griffin's dual nature underscores its significance as a mythical guardian. Harpies, personifications of storm winds, make appearances in both Greek and Roman mythology. Depicted as half-human, half-bird creatures with the heads of maidens and sharp claws, harpies were known as snatchers or swift robbers. In Greek mythology, they served as hounds to Zeus, while some accounts listed them as guardians of the underworld. Their ugliness was vividly detailed by Roman writers, emphasizing their fearsome and predatory nature. The Adarna bird, originating from a 16th century Filipino epic poem, offers a unique addition to the pantheon of mythological birds. The poem, titled The Adarna Bird, weaves a tale around King Fernando, Queen Valeriana, and their 3 sons. While some researchers suggest European inspirations for the story, the Adarna bird remains a captivating figure within Filipino folklore. Chilean mythology introduces the alicanto, a nocturnal bird of the Atacama Desert with wings that shine at night in beautiful and metallic colors. The bird's eyes emit strange lights, and the color of its wings indicates the type of ore it consumes. The Feng Huang, often referred to as the Chinese phoenix, takes its place in the cynospheric pantheon. Distinct from its Western counterpart, the Feng Huang does not share the phoenix's mythical power of resurrection. The bird is associated with harmony and balance, finding its place in the Chinese zodiac as the representative of the rooster. As we delve into the realms of mystery and imagination, the thunderbird emerges from the shadows of myth and legend, spreading its wings across time and cultures. From ancient tales passed down through generations to modern-day sightings that ignite the flames of curiosity, the thunderbird transcends the boundaries between reality and fantasy. In our journey through the cryptic landscapes of folklore, we have encountered the echoes of thunderous wings, felt the awe-inspiring presence of a creature that defies explanation. The similarities drawn between the thunderbird and the magnificent creatures of the past, from colossal dinosaurs to extinct avian wonders, only deepen the enigma surrounding this mythical being. As we conclude this exploration into the world of the thunderbird, let us ponder the power of human imagination, the threads that connect our collective consciousness across time and space. Whether soaring through the skies of ancient stories or manifesting in contemporary encounters, the thunderbird remains an enduring symbol, a testament to our enduring fascination with the unknown. And so, the legend of the thunderbird lives on, a cryptic silhouette against the canvas of our imagination, inviting us to embrace the mysteries that linger on the fringes of reality. As we close this chapter, let the wings of the thunderbird continue to cast their shadow over the tapestry of our minds, inspiring wonder and curiosity for generations to come.